Hey everyone, it's Les from Comfortable Shoes Studio, and in this episode of art making, I'm going to be talking about making backgrounds using acrylic paint that you smash, smush, scrape, and smear around on the page. So right now, I just put a couple of drops of acrylic ink on the page, and I close the cover, and yeah. And then I'm going to use a craft stick, a big wooden craft stick, to move that ink around a little more on the page. And I realized I still didn't like how much had moved around or hadn't moved around. So I grabbed this little silicone scraper that I have. The silicone scraper is actually recycled from a kit for applying screen protectors for cell phones. I no longer have that cell phone and don't use those particular screen protectors anymore. But the little silicone scraper I threw into my art kit, and it's great. You can get a similar effect, probably as good, using an old gift card or credit card. It's what I normally use. I just happen to have this to hand in that moment. So as you can see, it really leaves a thin layer of the ink on the page. And when I'm first working on toning a art journal page with color like this, I'm just trying to make like a random pattern, trying to get a lot of color onto the page. I like to have it really thin without a lot of texture. I might write on this page, I might draw on this page, and for me, if I'm drawing or writing, the texture of, big blobs of acrylic paint takes away from my ability to create in that way. So I like to start super smooth. These are super, super thin layers of ink and paint that I'm working on. And this little silicone scraper or an old credit card would, just that works really well at getting things super thin and smooth. So now I've switched over to some tubed acrylic paint. It's a thick, heavy body paint, and I have to be more careful with this so that it doesn't get super thick. So fortunately, I was able to use this, again, the silicone scraper, to really get a nice, thin, even layer. Like I said, I'm always looking for a nice, thin, even layer. This scrap paper that I'm using to smush the other pages will become collage material. I will use this later on in the journal to create collage. And it'll bring these colors further into the journal. So I do try, when I'm doing a whole series of backgrounds, to make them somewhat unified. So throughout this whole journal, I will end up using these colors. I think it just adds to the unified look of the journal. I'm also using sort of process adjacent colors. So process colors are magenta, yellow, and cyan, along with black for details. It's used in printmaking and professional printmaking to make the whole range, the whole rainbow of colors. And I really like the effect that you can get with these colors in an art journal or when I'm sketching. It's just a great couple of colors to use. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to do this. As I was working on this, I was thinking about, okay, yeah, so if I draw on these in black and white, it's sort of like the printing process gone totally wrong. So that was sort of my thinking as I'm working. So I pulled out some Liquitex Basics Neon Red. And you can see it's super transparent and makes some really fun colors when it goes over the blue and the yellow, which is just sort of what I'm looking for here. I'm just looking for something that's a little more visually interesting and a little more fun. So hopefully this gives you some ideas on things that you can do in your art journal when you don't know what to do. Just make some backgrounds. Grab 3 colors, grab 4 colors, scrape, smush, smash them onto the page. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this, head on over to my Ko-fi page. It's linked down below. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.